The ongoing climate crisis is having far-reaching effects on our planet's ecosystems, often in ways that are both surprising and deeply concerning. A recent study has shed light on a particularly alarming consequence of rising carbon dioxide levels in our atmosphere: the shrinking of brain cells in Dungeness crabs. This discovery not only highlights the intricate and often unexpected ways in which climate change affects marine life, but also serves as a stark reminder of the urgent need to address global carbon emissions. Dungeness crabs, prized for their sweet and tender meat, are an important species both ecologically and economically along the Pacific coast of North America. These crustaceans play a crucial role in their marine ecosystems and support valuable commercial fisheries. However, researchers have observed a troubling decline in Dungeness crab populations, and the root cause appears to be linked to the phenomenon of ocean acidification. Ocean acidification is a direct consequence of increased carbon dioxide, CO2, levels in the atmosphere. As human activities continue to pump vast amounts of CO2 into the air, the oceans absorb a significant portion of this greenhouse gas. When CO2 dissolves in seawater, it triggers a series of chemical reactions that ultimately increase the water's acidity. This process has been ongoing since the Industrial Revolution, with the rate of acidification accelerating in recent decades as global carbon emissions have surged. The impact of this increasing acidity on marine life has been a subject of intense scientific scrutiny. While previous studies have documented effects on shell-forming organisms and coral reefs, the recent findings regarding Dungeness crabs represent a new and troubling dimension of ocean acidification's consequences. Dungeness crabs, like many crustaceans, rely heavily on their sense of smell to navigate their environment, find food, and avoid predators. Unlike some marine creatures with more developed eyesight, these crabs have limited visual acuity. To compensate, they have evolved highly sensitive olfactory systems that allow them to detect chemical signals in the water. This sensory adaptation is crucial for their survival and reproductive success. The process by which Dungeness crabs smell their surroundings involves flicking their antennae through the water. These antennae are equipped with specialized sensory neurons that can detect various chemical compounds dissolved in seawater. Under normal conditions, crabs constantly sample their environment by regularly flicking their antennae, allowing them to build a chemical map of their surroundings. However, the recent research has revealed a disturbing trend among crabs living in waters with higher acidity levels. These crabs were observed flicking their antennae less frequently than expected. This behavioral change raised red flags for the scientists, prompting them to investigate further into the underlying causes of this altered behavior. Upon closer examination, the researchers made a shocking discovery. The sensory neurons of crabs exposed to more acidic waters were found to be significantly less responsive to odors. In fact, these neurons showed a staggering 50% reduction in their ability to react to chemical stimuli compared to crabs in less acidic environments. This drastic decrease in neuronal responsiveness could severely impair the crab's ability to detect food, avoid predators, and navigate their habitat effectively. The most alarming aspect of this finding was the physical change observed in the crab's neurons. The sensory neurons of crabs from more acidic waters had physically shrunk by as much as 25% compared to those of crabs in normal conditions. This neuronal shrinkage represents a fundamental alteration in the crab's neural architecture, potentially having far-reaching implications for their overall cognitive and sensory functions. This observation marks the first time researchers have documented such a direct and significant change in crabs' neurons caused by increased carbon dioxide levels in their environment. The fact that elevated CO2 concentrations can lead to physical alterations in the neural structures of marine organisms is a cause for serious concern among marine biologists and environmentalists alike. The implications of these findings extend far beyond the Dungeness crab population. If ocean acidification can cause such dramatic neurological changes in these crustaceans, it raises questions about potential similar effects on other marine species. Many ocean dwellers rely on chemosensory abilities for various critical life functions, and if ocean acidification impairs these abilities across different species, it could lead to widespread ecological disruptions. Moreover, the economic implications of this discovery are significant. Dungeness crab fisheries are an important industry along the Pacific coast, contributing millions of dollars to local economies. If ocean acidification continues to affect crab populations negatively, It could lead to declining catches and economic hardship for fishing communities that depend on this resource. The study also highlights the complex and often unpredictable ways in which climate change can impact ecosystems. While much attention has been focused on the effects of rising temperatures and sea levels, this research demonstrates that changes in ocean chemistry can have equally profound and unexpected consequences for marine life. From a broader perspective, these findings underscore the urgent need for comprehensive action to address climate change and reduce global carbon emissions. The oceans have long been recognized as a crucial carbon sink, absorbing a significant portion of the excess CO2 in our atmosphere. However, this buffering effect comes at a cost to marine ecosystems, as evidenced by the neurological changes observed in Dungeness crabs. Addressing ocean acidification will require a multifaceted approach. First and foremost, there must be a concerted global effort to reduce carbon emissions dramatically. This will involve transitioning away from fossil fuels, embracing renewable energy sources, and implementing more sustainable practices across industries. Additionally, there is a need for increased research and monitoring of marine ecosystems to better understand the full scope of ocean acidification's impacts. This includes not only studying the effects on commercially important species like the Dungeness crab, but also investigating potential cascading effects throughout marine food webs. Conservation efforts must also be bolstered to protect vulnerable marine species and habitats. This may involve establishing more marine protected areas, implementing stricter fishing regulations, and developing strategies to enhance the resilience of marine ecosystems to acidification and other climate-related stressors. In conclusion, the discovery of shrinking brain cells in Dungeness crabs due to ocean acidification serves as a stark reminder of the intricate and often invisible ways in which climate change is altering our planet's ecosystems. It underscores the urgent need for decisive action to mitigate carbon emissions and protect our oceans. As we continue to unravel the complex impacts of climate change on marine life, it becomes increasingly clear that the health of our oceans is inextricably linked to the future of our planet and our own well-being. The time for action is now, lest we risk irreversible changes to the delicate balance of life in our seas.